Hi guys, welcome back to another sketchbook painting session with me, with a little bit of an update on how things are going on the comic printing front of things. I have been very busy, as you saw from the opening clip right there. My comic is at the printers right now, and has been there since last week. That's why I didn't make a video last week. I was so busy working, getting everything done, preparing files, and just making sure everything was correct before it went off to the mills. And I'm very happy it's going somewhere now, and yeah, very relieved to have that going. I guess if you're new here, I should introduce myself real quick before I continue talking about what's gonna be happening moving forward. I'm Minna. I make a webcomic called Stand Still, Stay Silent. It's free to read. I make 4 pages every week, and it's like a post-apocalyptic adventure story set like 90 years in the future. There's monsters and Nordic mythology stuff in there, and yeah, it's a good time all around. So that's my little introduction. So the comic printing stuff going forward. As you guys probably know, I've been kinda... Well, I don't know if I've shared that a lot, but I think I mentioned that I've been like a little bit stressed out and feeling a bit directionless a lot this spring for obvious reasons. My third book of the comic, volume 3, has kind of been delayed a lot for the last 2 years at least. The second book was printed like 3 years ago, I think, and since then it's just been kind of a continuous we'll do it soon kind of thing with my publisher in America, who published my comic, and we're just kind of been stuck on things haven't been moving forward. Planned dates have just been like moved forward month by month, and it's like 2 years later, this spring or beginning of the year, it kinda finally seemed like they were gonna have like the time to do it, like get it printed and have a Kickstarter to have like a pre-sale for it and everything. And I was like, oh, so excited, made all the files for them, and prepared everything, and it was done. And then the thing happened this spring, pretty much immediately after I got all the files set up for them, and it was like, never mind, everything is at a standstill. And a few more months just went past, and everything got delayed again, and just put on the back burner. And then it started seeming like maybe, last month, a little over a month ago, things would start going better, and maybe soon it can be done. And now it seems like things are just standing still again. And I would be pretty sad about it, and really stressed out and freaking out about how I'm already drawing book 6 of my comic, in the webcomic timeline of things. That's where we are right now, book 6, and we're only at book 2 in the printed format. And if it takes like 3 years for every new volume, it's gonna take like I'm gonna be long done with the comic by the time we get to like anywhere. So yeah, I would be sad about it, but I decided a few months ago to just kind of focus my effort on kind of getting back into the self-publishing side of things, which is what I used to do like years ago. My first 2 comic print runs, my first comic and the first book of this current comic. I self-published both of those, got in contact with the printer, crowdfunded the money for the print runs and shipped them out myself, and all the self-publishing things. And I haven't done that for a good few years, and I've decided that I'm gonna do it again. Obviously, I have mentioned it here and there that it's what I'm working on, but and that's why I kind of got the studio originally last year. I was just kind of thinking about doing it, and now I'm super determined because I kind of don't have another option. It's not like last year when I got the studio, it was more like, okay, it's gonna get published by the American publisher, and they're gonna do like the main thing. And now it's like I need to self-publish because otherwise it might never even get done. And I'm so happy that I started this process last year before everything this year just fell apart. Like, I had no idea how bad things were gonna get. And I would be freaking out right now if I didn't have... if I hadn't done any plans to get back into self-publishing. If I was just trying to rely on other people in another country who I've never met, on the other side of the world even, to handle my comic for me, I would be so lost right now. Just helpless. But I'm not, because I got lucky. No, I didn't get lucky. I was praying for things to go the way they should go. Last year I was really insecure about things, where I should go with my business, my comic business and stuff, and I was praying on it, please God, just lead me where you think I should go, and look, it led to getting the studio, and I didn't even know what, I was thankful for it back then, but I didn't even know that my prayers got basically answered in a way that I didn't even know I was praying for, this situation. I'm kind of protected now, as far as my ability to do things on my own, because I have this. And I saved up the money to pay for a print run. I have enough to set everything up, and it's... I guess what I really want to say with all of this is, situation has been really frustrating. So many delays, so much out of my hands. But I am calm as I can be in the end, because things are as good as they can be, and I'm taking a new path now that I have been led to, and I'm at peace and happy about it, and also very excited. Obviously, when the books come, I'm gonna show you guys how they turn out. Prayers that they are not horrible. I'm wrong somehow. I don't think there will be anything wrong with them. I really like... this is the same printer that I used back then, years ago, with my first 2 print runs of the books. And they are really good printer. They have really good quality check. They print a lot of high quality hardcover books. And that's one of the reasons I picked them back then. And I trust them to do good work and make sure nothing horrific is going wrong with the books. And that's basically the update on that. Everything is good. I am not freaking out. Things will keep moving forward. Maybe I'm a little bit freaking out, just there's so much going on right now with setting up the store, because I've also had to like order packing material and like shipping labels, things, a label printer. I'm gonna have to actually like set up the store, so I'm a little bit frazzled about everything that goes into it. But one thing at a time, and it will take care of itself. Speaking of the setting up the store and everything about that, I'm sure a lot of you are curious about when you will be able to buy book 3 of my comic. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for it eagerly for years now, asking about it all the time. And I'll just be able to tell you soon, maybe next year, maybe this year, maybe whenever. And now it's coming, but of course with the current world situation, I think I have to take it a bit easy with how I open the store at first, for shipping reasons basically. If you've followed people trying to run their online shops during this time, basically there's a lot of difficulties with shipping things internationally. A lot of shipments get lost. They get stuck in customs for months because closed borders and stuff. People can't go and pick up their packages because they're not allowed to go outside or whatever, or they're just too freaked out to go outside. And a lot of online shop owners have kind of ended up in a situation where a lot of their mail that they have sent out have been lost or returned to them, and they lost a lot of money because shipping internationally, especially for heavy items like books, is super expensive, and the books themselves are really expensive. So I don't want to get into a situation where I just send out a few hundred books and 50 of them I have to replace, because that would be a catastrophic amount. Usually you can count on, from my previous experiences during normal times, like 1 to 2% rate of items that you, for one reason or another, have to resend. It got damaged or stolen or got returned, wrong address, all of that stuff that you have to budget for. But the rates of items that have to be replaced right now seem to be really high, which is why a lot of people don't ship internationally right now. And I might have to do that for a start too. I think what I'm gonna do, like I've been thinking about this a lot, at first I'm just gonna test everything out by opening the store for people in Finland, then reopen the shop again to a few more countries like around Finland that are kind of like stable in their how things are going by then. This will be like in a few weeks at least, maybe in a month, so maybe things have changed by then. But then I will open to the store to maybe like Sweden and Norway and Denmark and maybe the Baltics, maybe Germany, like countries around the Baltic Sea where the path to shipping isn't very long and they wouldn't have to cross a lot of borders and the packages and not risk getting stuck in places. So that's like the preliminary plan, and after that reconsider again what is the situation in the world. This will probably be like 2 months from now, and then be like, alright, if things are looking good, just open a shop for international, and then things will be good. And if things are not good by then, and it's risky shipping internationally, I'll just keep the books. I have my studio, they can sit there however much they want, and I will just sell them for you guys when things are looking good. Maybe in the autumn it will be completely safe to be sending things out, and then we'll go from there. But the most important thing is that it's gonna be happening. So that's the update on that. I will of course make more update videos when we get closer to actually opening things up, and I will let you guys know when you can buy stuff or the comics, and I will show them to you guys when they arrive. I'm so excited to see them. I'm gonna put book 1, book 2, book 3 next to each other. I'll be like, look guys, don't they look cool? So yeah, I'm super excited. That's all of the updates on the comic. So relieving to get it off of my out of my head, all of this stuff that has been going on these last 2 weeks. Just in general life updates, I promised you guys I would show you what my garden looks like. Last video I showed you my spring setup of it, and it was still completely grey and dead. And now 2 weeks later, summer came with a vengeance. Spring basically used I guess it was hell for like 4 days. I didn't even notice like a pollen explosion for longer than like 2 days, and then it was all done. It's been so wonderful weather. The weather has definitely also helped with keeping my mood up, because you can't be sad when you can go out in a t-shirt and the sun is shining, and you can hear the sound of a motor saw somewhere in the distance, of someone cutting firewood, and you can smell the smell of people barbecuing a few yards away. It's so nice. So that's the update on the garden. Updates on Kitty. She got a new bed. That's the most important update for this video. Her last bed was one of those really high edged ones where she couldn't like hang over the edge at all. She could really just curl up inside it, and that's it. And she doesn't really use her bed much. She never did. She likes sleeping in the sauna on the planks, and just on the sofa or wherever. But I felt like maybe she would like a more, like a softer, less hard-edged little bed, and she seems to have liked it. She's looking very loungy and comfy using it. So I bet you're gonna be bored of it in another week. You know cats, and when you buy them anything, yeah. That's the update on that. Kitty's happy, new bed, she's been being outside. She got ticks. I gave her tick medicine to get rid of them, and they seem to have worked. All the ticks died, and I hate ticks so much. They're gross little blood-sucking spiders whose butts get big when they suck your blood, and that is pretty disgusting. So yeah, was that everything? I think that was everything I had planned to update you guys on. It was a lot, but yeah, hope you enjoyed this painting of... I never really talked about the painting. I guess we'll end with me just saying a few words about it. It's my Hummingfluff mascot eating an apple, as you can see, and I wanted to play around with trying to use kind of more muted light pastel colors. I tend to go pretty dark with my watercolors, I feel like, and I have a hard time staying light. And yeah, trying to use like the pastel blue and like pinks for this one, and it worked out really well. I like this combo, and I like the result. I hope you liked it too, and see you next time. Bye bye!